So we're going to have a brief time of reflection here, and I'd like to begin with the words of the psalm. When I heard about the tree and about wanting to do this, Psalm 1 came to my mind, so I want to share part of that with us here. Happy are those who do not follow the advice of the wicked or take the path that sinners tread or sit in the seat of scoffers, but their delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law they meditate day and night. They are like trees planted by streams of water, which yield their fruit in its season, and their leaves do not wither. In all they do, they prosper. I'm going to invite Verna to come, and she's going to share a few words, and then we'll have a time if you would like to share a brief remembrance, you're welcome to do that. We'll have a time for that. Verna, welcome.
I want to thank the Ruth family for giving me this privilege to speak. And I also want to thank Roland Yoder for the inspiration for my words. You're an echo of what you read in the back of the service bulletin. The Serbian Spruce tree seems tiny now, but when it has grown, the number of years that Eleanor worked in the office at Christopher Dock High School, it will be tall and majestic, like Eleanor's gift of service to the education and spiritual growth of the students at Christopher Dock Mennonite High School, now Dock Mennonite Academy. The tree is planted at the heart of the community. And as the tree grows, side branches will lengthen each season. It will have a stately, narrow, cone-shaped silhouette. Absolutely beautiful. The tree produces no leaves to break up, no fallen branches to dispose of. It has a strong taproot. It does not readily break apart or leave. This is my tribute to Ellen. This will be my tribute. Okay.
So I had the distinct privilege of seeing her almost every single day. She was as regular could be. Came down 9 o'clock on the button. I could go on about experiences. I think one thing, she loved her family, her people in general, but I want to give a big plug to the faculty, staff at this school. She adored you all. I learned so much from her. Her strength, not only inside was she one of the strongest people I know, but physically, that lady could lift weights. Arms and legs, I'm telling you, she could lift triple what I could. So, interestingly enough, she is my mother's first cousin, so her, let me see if I can figure it out.
To me, that her longevity kind of gave her, well, it provided a kind of foundation because she helped in the transition from so many different administrations. And as a secretary, she was very neat and orderly. But as an administrative assistant, she was very competent, and she was very committed, very conscientious. And sometimes, I have to admit, there were moments when I thought she was more committed than she would have had to be. Because one of her roles was to kind of hold teachers accountable. When I go in to get a box of thumbtacks, she'd reluctantly give them to me, but she'd say, well, I already gave you some in September. It was obvious that she didn't trust me to be a faithful steward, you might say. Talk about accountability. And we had these textbooks, and teachers at the end of a course were expected to make sure all the students handed in their textbooks. we had recorded numbers, but the deal was if the student didn't give the textbook, well, we had to get the money for the book. And it was the price that the school paid for it. Didn't make any allowance for depreciation. That wasn't easy, especially at the end of the year when things were already kind of hectic. And I tried to get money from that student, but he said, well, somebody stole it out of my locker. Or I can't get the money from the old man, you know. Like that. And I could tell you something. A couple times, I paid it out of my own pocket because I didn't want to face the impending price. One of the greatest memories I have with Eleanor, it would be the time that she'd come up front in the auditorium and join the men's faculty quartet. And with that rich contralto, she'd sing that solo part, The Star and the Wise Man. And it's never going to get any better than that.
Thank you.
We have no books at all, but my faith looks up to thee. We heard today how Eleanor had faith, and we could ask ourselves the question, I guess, how is our faith? So let's sing that song, one verse of My Faith Looks Up to Thee. My